What's up, you guys? I'm Alex Kemp, and welcome to SHAPESHIFT Studio A here in Santa Ana for today's studio quick tip. We're going to be going over how to get a perfectly white background in your full-length shots and your headshots and 3/4 length portraits. Check it out. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 strobes, one on either side of your background. And the first strobe here, we're going to place it at the corner, and we're going to aim it to the opposite corner of the background. And then we'll come over here and we'll do the same thing, and we'll aim it to the opposite corner of the background. We want these to be about shoulder height to your subject. So for me, it's about right here. And then I'm going to grab 2 standard reflectors. We'll pop one on this strobe. We'll come over here and we'll pop another on this strobe. Let's adjust this so it's shoulder height, just like that. Okay, they're plugged in. We'll go ahead and turn them on. Now, with a white background, especially when you're doing high key white, you're lighting the background separate from the model. So basically what you want to do is set these 2 lights on their own group. And if you are confused about groups and channels, go check out our video on setting up the strobes and triggers. So I'm going to put both of these on group B for background, because that helps me remember. So we'll set this to group B. Okay, and then I'll come over here and we'll set this one to group B as well. That one's already on group B. Okay, perfect. And so on my trigger, we'll turn the trigger on. We're going to go group B on the trigger, and I'm going to set this at 1/4 power for now. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is light the background, take a test shot, get your subject in there, light your subject. So your background should only be about a stop brighter than your subject. If it's too bright, what's going to happen is you're going to start getting this weird haze around your subject. You'll start to lose detail in the hair. If you're shooting clothing, you'll lose detail in clothing as well. One thing you're going to want is to make sure that your subject is away from the background, okay? Because you're going to get a little bit of a kick right here on the jaw. And to help mitigate that, we're going to set up 2 V-flats. You can do one here, you can do one here, and they're called flags. And what that's going to do is just make sure this light isn't coming and hitting your subject's face or the side of their face or your clothing if you're shooting clothing. Okay? Let's check out one other way of creating a perfectly white background for something that's closer up. Headshots, 3/4 length portraits, maybe even a small product shoot. I'm going to grab this little guy here. This is a background light stand. It's very cute and miniature. Okay, we'll adjust that. And when you adjust the light stand, you'll see these crossbars here. You want those to be perfectly parallel with the ground. That's going to give you the most stable support. All right, we'll lock that in. And let's say your subject's standing right where I am. You would center this right behind them. Then we'll grab a strobe. Okay, we're going to pop this strobe onto the light stand here. And I'm going to tilt it back just like that, and then we'll grab another reflector. And this is a special reflector. It's called a background reflector. As you can see, the shape is pretty cool looking, crazy looking, but it's got this kind of swoop to it. And what we're going to do is use that, and it'll block the light from hitting your subject, but it'll also throw light up at the background. So we've got this strobe tilted back just like that. We'll pop this reflector in there, and be careful because the edges are a little sharp on this. There's a little thumb screw here if you need to twist the reflector to get it perfectly straight to the background. And again, we'll turn on the strobe. I have it on group B for background. Same thing with this. You're gonna want it about a stop brighter than your subject, okay? If you're starting to see a little bit of haze here, or you're losing detail in the subject's hair, that's a dead giveaway that you're not doing it right. So just play with the background, take a test shot, see how it looks, and then adjust your lights accordingly. Thanks.